This is my design for Designed Ecologies Semester 2, focusing on water-sensitive urban design and water movement in the urban context. So the main feature of my design is a large rain garden which cuts across the site parallel to the existing contours to capture any surface water and increase infiltration. I altered the contours on site to further influence water movement into the rain garden through slightly raising the land along Bouverie Street and sinking the rain garden in by up to 1 metre in some places. I wanted to have as much vegetation on site as possible to reduce UHI and assist infiltration as well, and any paved surfaces are high albedo concrete to decrease surface temperatures on site as well. Through modification of the contours, the area near the RMIT buildings is quite steep and thus will be densely vegetated with native shrubs and ground cover to discourage movement through this area. Swanston Street is heavily trafficked thoroughfare, so I focused activation of the edges on that side through continuation of the pavement into the site with an equal access path cutting through it and a series of tree pits acting like a treeline boulevard along that side, hoping to encourage people's movement down into the site and towards the rain garden. These sections show the drop across the entire site and how the rain garden is recessed into the ground to allow for collection and infiltration of a large volume of rainwater. This area is traversed by a series of platforms connected with equal access ramps and perforated steel bridges over the rain garden, which create changing experiences and views as you move through. As my design centered on water movement, I wanted to ensure that the site could hold the required volume without flooding. A 60mm rain event is likely to occur roughly 10 times a year, and with my catchment area of 6,800 metres squared, going up to the stormwater catchment in Lincoln Square and then along Queensberry Street, this equates to just over 400,000 litres. And when looking at the daily rainfall for this year, our highest day of rain was 54.6 mils, which makes me confident that designing for a 60mm rain event is sufficient. In terms of the watershed, the majority of the water will move onto site via pipes that capture water from the gutter and bring it onto site via a channel along Swanston Street, which directs water straight into the rain garden. Any rainfall on site will be directed by the contours into the rain garden if it doesn't infiltrate into the soil first. These sections show a zoomed-in area of the rain garden, illustrating the ephemeral wetland species such as emu grass, billabong rushes, curly sedges, and knobbly club rushes will be planted throughout the rain garden. And this is how the rain garden responds to the changing water volumes on site. In dry conditions, which occur roughly 95% of the time, the edges can function as seating, and the dense planting creates a beautiful feature in the landscape. During rain events, the form and the plantings work to slow down water movement and allow infiltration to occur, and during a large event, it has the capacity to fill up. This detail section shows the inlet point along Swanston Street and how water enters from the gutter via pipes under the footpath into the channel. Small curb inlets direct some water into the tree pits. Water can also be captured via overland flow. The site axonometric better shows how the series of platforms and ramps work across the rain garden, drawing people down from the steep terrain and onto the flat, open space to the south. Mid-sized trees such as the Casuarina species, lily pillies, and narrow-leaved black peppermint trees line the paths to provide shade and attract native wildlife to site. This list shows the plant species used, all of them being natives that are tolerant of both drought and waterlogging to various degrees. Their tolerances influence how close they are planted to the rain garden. And finally, some perspective. So this first one is showing the entrance via Swanston Street, with the channel and rain gardens just slightly detailed. The continuous paved surface creates an extension of the footpath with a gentle slope leading down towards the rain garden. And this view is looking up from the end point of the rain garden, showing the extent of the site. And that's it. Thank you.